Check, check. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our live streaming coverage, the first tournament of 2019 here at Hiester Lanes in Reading, Pennsylvania. We're going to go down to Matt, and he will introduce today's finalists.
Okay, bowling fans, welcome to Hiester Lanes for the finals of today's PJBT, our first event on the calendar of the 2019 year. Our four-game stepladder finals for today from here in Reading, PA. Time to introduce our five finalists. Starting with the scratch division, our number 5 seed from Fredericksburg, PA, Ambrose Shirk.
Ambrose Shirk in the scratch division today, your number 5 seed.
First match, he'll be taking on our number 4 seed from Lidditz, PA, Isaac Erickson.
Isaac Erickson, he will be taking on Ambrose in the first match today.
The winner of that first match will advance to game number 2 to take on our number 3 seed from Blandon, PA, Riley Selmer.
Riley Selmer, your number 3 seed.
Winner of match number 2 will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed from Lebanon, PA, Colby Bennett.
And Colby Bennett, your number 2 seed, plus 359.
And the winner of that semifinal match will take on our tournament leader in the title match at plus 377 for 8 games from Philadelphia, PA, Jesse Brown.
Jesse Brown, your
Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand
number
for our
5 seed.
finalists.
Now, let's introduce our handicap division bowlers.
Our 5 handicap finalists. Our number 5 seed from Birdsboro, PA, Eric Olafson.
Eric Olafson, your number 5 seed, plus 179 today.
In the first match, he'll be taking on our number 4 seed from Mechanicsburg, PA, Haven Harrington.
Haven Harrington, your number 4 seed.
Winner of match number 1 will take on our number 3 seed from North PA, Mary Beth Baker.
Mary Beth Baker, plus 204, your number 3 seed.
Winner of game number 2 will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed from Limerick, PA, Bobby Schneeweiss.
Bobby Schneeweiss, your number 2 seed at plus 260.
And the winner of that semifinal match will advance to take on our tournament leader at plus 281 for 8 games from New Holland, Pennsylvania, Owen Colby.
Owen Colby, your number 5 seed.
Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our 5 handicap finalists for today's PJBT.
Okay. Our introductions are set. We are just about ready to get into our practice games. Our practice frames, rather. The first match will be on the scratch side. Isaac Erickson against Ambrose Shirk. Ambrose throwing a 300 game in game number 2 of match play. And over on the handicap side, Haven Harrington against Eric Olafson. Two balls of practice on each lane for our bowlers, and then we will be off and running. 62 bowlers, rather, our crowd today. Good field of bowlers out here. We had 41 bowlers in the scratch division. We thank every single one of them for coming out today. A great way to kick off 2019. Okay. I did not lose the live stream, but I have no access to the message board. Okay, we are back.
Okay, bowling fans, time to begin game number 1 of our 4-game stepladder finals. On the scratch side, we have number 4 seed Isaac Erickson taking on number 5 seed Ambrose Shirk. Isaac has elected to start the match on lane 27. On the handicap side, we have number 4 seed Haven Harrington taking on number 5 seed Eric Olafson. Haven has elected to start the match on lane 29, and the difference in handicap is 30 pins going to Eric. Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our Game 1 finalists.
All right, for all of you out there in YouTube land watching, welcome back. Little lapse there in the live stream for a second, but we are up and running, and we are ready to go with match number 1. Isaac Erickson against Ambrose Shirk, the first match on the scratch side. Isaac will be starting the match. Haven Harrington will be starting her match against Eric Olafson. And 30 pins going to Eric up against Haven. Ambrose up now for his first frame. If you're just joining us, as I mentioned earlier, Ambrose Shirk with a 300 game, second game of match play, helping to move him up into our final 5 today. Ambrose starts off with a 2-8. Eric with a 6-pin. Spare conversion there for Ambrose. Open frame there for Eric. This is the first live stream of the 2019 season. I'm going to send out the link here for everybody on Facebook so everybody can tune in. Ambrose up now for his third frame. He's on the board with a strike. Spare there for Eric. Isaac up now for his second frame. Takes a little bit of a pause at a restart. Haven up now for her second frame. She loses it to the right. Gutter ball for her on her first ball. Isaac reset now and up on 28 for his second frame. Strike there for Isaac. Haven up now for her second shot, looking to get back on track here. She comes in just a little high, leaves the 6-10. She'll swing over to 29 for her third frame. Isaac up now looking for a three-bagger. I don't know who this gentleman is, but some guy in a red shirt just walked up next to me and put a microphone on, so anything is possible.
Skip Moyer, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. We're off and running here for 2019.
We are. Exciting day here with 62 bowlers at Hiester Lanes for our first event of the year, calendar year.
Isaac Erickson starts off with that three-bagger. Ambrose Shirk up now looking to answer back and stay down by only 10. Another strike there for Ambrose. Haven goes 4-6 for her third frame, so she'll be looking to get at least one here and get herself going and get back in the match here.
Interesting story I'd like to bring to our live stream people today. I was talking to Ambrose after he shot 300 today, our only perfect game of the day, during the second game of match play, and it hit him very emotional. And he explained to me that one of his family members had passed away a month ago, and supposedly he's wearing a necklace with her ashes in it. Figured that brought her some luck today with the way he's been bowling. So one of the many reasons we do what we do every week is to hear stories like that and to see the best bowlers on the East Coast bowl perfect games like he did today.
Absolutely. I did post the link for to access our stream today. If you have not gone on and shared it already, please do so. Let's get everybody watching. It's going to be a pretty star-studded field here coming up, especially in the scratch division. We have some pretty good guys who can ball here today. So.
Yes, and today's pattern was Wall Street for our bowlers out there. Wall Street Kegel pattern. Scores seemed to be pretty steady until the late games of qualifying. Then we saw a boost in the scores from that point on. But took plus 77, I believe it was, in 5 games in scratch to make the first cut today. So about a 215 average or so.
I think it only makes sense that a pattern like this would be called Wall Street. You know, everything started out a little low, then it came back up, then it took a dump again and went down, just like Wall Street.
Pretty much. That sounds about right.
10-pin for Isaac Erickson. And he will open. Untimely open there for him with Ambrose on a three-bagger. So Isaac will flip over now to 27, looking to get back on track here. Spare there for Eric. Eric currently with about a 50-pin lead, including his 30 pins of handicap. Back-to-back open frames for Haven, so these next 2 frames are going to be crucial for her because giving up 30 pins, she doesn't want to get down too far early.
This is true. She certainly can make up the pins. Needs to put some marks up on the board. She'll be up here in the 4th frame.
Much better shot there for Haven.
Good start there. See if Isaac can get back on track here after a triple and an open. And he does. Great shot there on lane 27.
Opportunity for Ambrose here to increase his lead now after that open frame from Isaac. So see how Ambrose responds here this next two. Riley Selmer waiting in the wings in the scratch division.
Pretty good shot there for Haven. Comes up just a little bit high, leaving the 4-pin. She'll look to convert.
The winner of this handicap match will take on Mary Beth Baker in match number 2. Mark that up as 10 for Ambrose. That is a 4-bagger.
Yep, 4-bagger for him. On pace to shoot 290 at the moment, halfway through the first game. And a good spare there for Haven Harrington. So strike spare after going strike, open, open. She goes strike spare to try to narrow the gap a little bit. Another strike for Ambrose Shirk, make it 5 in a row. Is that officially the new ham bone again?
Well, I'm no Rob Stone, but I guess I could confirm it.
So we have spare and a ham bone on the board
Absolutely.
for Ambrose Shirk.
Rumor has it Nelson Burton made an appearance today on the PBA Tour. I wonder if he has our tour in his list of stops. I mean, we're just under the PBA Tour, so
That would be certainly nice.
Yeah.
We could use that famous voice.
maybe a little Marshall Holman. I can ask him what the Big Five is and stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyways, this is true.
Spare there for Eric. He will maintain about a 40-pin lead. Isaac comes up high.
Yep, 6-pin there.
That pair at lane 28 is getting away from him a little bit. He's going to have to bump in, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he'll need an adjustment just on that lane, as he's been perfect on the left lane. On the handicap side, Eric comes up a little bit light, leaving the 248. He has 84 scratch in the 5th. He'll look to convert. Solid field today for our singles event of 62, including 41 scratch bowlers today in our first event for the 2019 calendar. And we have a lot of great events coming up in the next couple of weeks. Pretty much next week is our major, ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg. And majors always have extra payouts, and the top women get paid. 2 weeks from today, we will be in Mechanicsburg for our next 21 and under doubles event. And then 4 weeks from today will be our 7th major of the season. It'll be Super Bowl Sunday at 222 Dutch Lanes, our famous Super Bowl Sunday event. And in between there, 3 weeks from today, we have our next women's only event, and that'll be at Canes Lanes in Manheim, PA with our buddy Travis. So make sure you stop out to visit us on the tour.
Well, Isaac Erickson strikes there on 27, but these next two shots here from Ambrose might make that a moot point.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac can max out at 247, which is normally a good game, but right now his opponent on a 290 pace with 5 in a row looking to make it a 6-pack right now. And he does with a great shot. On the handicap side, Haven Harrington unfortunately missed her spare, so she has 83 in the 6th, and she currently trails by 41 through 6 frames. So she's really going to need to put some strikes up quickly to get back in the match. Good shot there. Oh, and just a tough break. Made a good shot, leaving the solid 7.
Carry something we definitely saw become a factor in some of our matches today.
Now Ambrose looking for 7 in a row. And he gets it with the drop of the 10-pin. 7 in a row.
Unless Isaac throws a double here, this match is just about over.
Yeah, pretty much she's in a must-strike situation. On the handicap side, Haven Harrington picks up her 7-pin. Still trails the match.
Eric Olafson and our leader Owen Colby, their first PJBT tournaments today, so starting their PJBT careers off the right way. Eric up now on the right lane, looking to seal up the match. He goes Jersey, knocks down all 10.
Hey, if you're going to miss your mark, you got to miss it perfectly so that it is a Jersey strike. And that's exactly what he got there. And another strike for Isaac Erickson. Isaac going to do everything he can in his power. Got to put 247 up and hope that he gets a little bit of help from Ambrose. Oh, and a solid 8-pin there for Eric. Very good shot.
Yeah, no matter what Isaac does here, if Ambrose gets up and marks in the 9th frame, that is going to pretty much do it. So he would just need a mark and count. So he's going to need a lot of help. But first things first here, Isaac needs to get this strike on 27 and just get a little bit of momentum going his way.
On the handicap side, Eric Olafson misses his spare, so 132 in the 8th, 162 with his handicap. He can max out at a score with handicap of 222. Max score for Haven Harrington is 193, so she needs some help here.
Yeah, that 2-7 there is pretty much going to do it for her. She definitely did not like that shot off her hand.
Yeah,
she knew right away she got a little too far.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little bit too far right of target. Might have just had her timing off there a little bit.
Ambrose gets that ball just a shade inside, but still no harm, no foul, only leaves the bucket. Very makeable spare for him.
All right, Skip, I'm going to let you finish out match 1, and I'll be stepping back in for match 2.
I can't wait.
I'm sure you can.
Haven up now for her spare. Good spare there for Haven, makes the 2-7 split. Ambrose up now for his bucket. He will convert the bucket, and that will put him into match number 2. Ambrose just needs good count here on the first ball. A mark would seal up the match, which I expect him to get, so. Ambrose up now, looking to shut the door. 3-6 for Haven. Ambrose up now for his first shot of the 10th. He puts 10 back, and that'll do it. Haven up now for her spare try here. Spare there for her. She can max out at 169. So Eric just needs 8 pins on the next 2 shots to seal up the match as Ambrose gets another strike. He will max out at 266, Ambrose, if he gets the fill ball in the 10th. 9 there for Eric. That's going to seal up the win for him. He will move on to face Mary Beth Baker. Ambrose does strike out, so 266 for him. First strike in the 10th for Isaac, 247 possible for him. .266, 245, your final score. Ambrose Shirk, your winner there. 201 for Eric with his handicap. He will be your winner. Haven Harrington gets the late trip. Don't worry about it. Just add a pin on her score. Gets a late trip with a 10 pin there, so the opportunity to make her spare here with the 7 pin. Spare there for her. She can max out at 158.
Second time in the match she did that.
All right, 201, 157. Eric Olaf, your winner. He will be moving on. And now we will go down to Matt with the award presentations for our 2 5th-place finishers.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes game number 1 of our finals. Finishing in 5th in the scratch division, getting a $60 scholarship. Certificate and plaque today goes to Isaac Erickson.
Isaac Erickson, a $60 scholarship for his 5th-place finish.
And our 5th place finisher in the Handicap Division, getting a $30 scholarship. Certificate and plaque goes to Haven Harrington.
Haven Harrington, your 5th-place finisher, a $30 scholarship for her.
Okay, on to match number 2.
All right. On to match number 2 here. Match number 2 will feature Mary Beth Baker, your number 3 seed, against Eric Olaf, the number 5 seed. And your 3 seed, Riley Selmer, up against the 5 seed, Ambrose Shirk. Our bowlers are up now for their practice frames. I'm going to step away for a couple minutes, and I will be right back. You are watching the live streaming finals from Hiester Lanes, tournament number 1 of the PJBT season for 2019.
Okay, bowling fans, it's time for game number 2 in the finals. On the scratch side, we have number 3 seed Riley Selmer taking on number 5 seed Ambrose Shirk. Riley has elected to have Ambrose start the match on lane 27. On the handicap side, we have number 3 seed Mary Beth Baker taking on number 5 seed Eric Olafson. Eric gets the handicap difference of 37. And Mary Beth has elected to have Eric start the match on lane 29. Bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our game 2 finalists.
And we're ready to go. Match number 2, Ambrose Shirk against Riley Selmer. Ambrose will be starting the match. Eric Olafson against Mary Beth Baker. Eric will also be starting the match and receiving 37 pins handicap. Ambrose picking up right where he left off, 10 back. Eric up now for his first frame. Goes a little left, leaves the 1-3-8. Riley Selmer up with a strike. Both bowlers starting off with 10 back. Spare there for Eric. Riley up now for his second frame, 10 back again. Mary Beth's first frame, she starts off with a wrap 9. Ambrose up now for his second frame, looking to match Riley's double. And he will do that. Very impressive performance so far today from Ambrose, bowling very, very well. Mary Beth makes her spare.
Hello, Skip Moyer.
You know, Matt, there's not too many things in life that I regret, but there's one thing I regret today.
Which is?
Not starting Mike Badgley and his 5 field goals today on my fantasy team.
Oh my goodness. Such priorities you have.
If those are the only regrets I have in life, I say I'm doing pretty good. Ambrose Shirk starts off with the 3-bagger. Riley up now in the right lane to match him. Mary Beth, spare start for her. All 4 of our bowlers clean through their respective frames. Eric up now for his second frame. Riley up now for his third frame. He puts 10 back also.
Good shot there. See what Eric can do.
Eric comes up just a shad high, leaves the 4-pin.
So far we have 3 strikes for both bowlers on the scratch side. And if Eric makes his spare here, we'll have 2 spares for each of our bowlers on the handicap side. And we do.
Seven in a row on the scratch side. Ambrose up now, looking to once again answer Riley's string with his own.
Just a reminder to our bowling fans out there, you're watching Game 2 of our 4-game stepladder finals from Hiester Lanes here in Reading, PA today for the PJBT, our first event of the 2019 calendar year. We have 2 matches to follow this to determine our winners for today. Eric Olafson goes a little bit wide on that 3rd frame shot, leaving the bucket, the 2, 4, 5, 8. For our non-bowling fans out there, the bucket is not an easy spare. You want to put the ball either to the left or the right of the 2-pin and hope have enough to carry the ball through. 5 in a row now for Ambrose Shirk. And Eric able to convert by putting the ball between the 2 and the 4, like we said. So a clean board for Eric's, 3 spares, 35 in the third. On the scratch side, it's still a strike fest. 5 in a row for Ambrose. He's got the ham bone to start the match. 4 in a row for Riley Selmer. Riley looking to match it. And they both now have a ham bone as they both have 5 in a row. Uh-oh, it looks like we've been invaded in the booth. We have been invaded by the booth with people under the age. Brady, you want to come over here and talk? Five in a row for our scratch bowlers. Mary Beth Baker leaves the 1, 2, 7, 8 in frame number 3 with a spare, which she does. She matches Eric. So scratch-wise, they both have 35 with a spare in the third. So Mary Beth just trails right now by the handicap. And our first miss on the strikes, on the scratch side rather, Riley Selmer comes up high, leaving the 2, 4, 7. He'll look to convert.
And he will.
And he does. The unconventional way, but he does it.
Well, there's a way to do everything. That wasn't one of them, but it worked. Mary Beth up now for her 4th frame.
Interesting shot there. Leaves the 5-9. That ball looked like it was on target right away, but the ball break point was extremely early. Ball didn't get down lane as it needed to. Crossing over. She'll look to convert the spare. And there's 6 in a row for Ambrose Shirk. Right now, Ambrose can max out at a perfect game of 300. Riley Selmer can shoot 277. Baker picks up her spare, keeps the board clean. Ironically, our 2 handicap bowlers have 7 straight spares. We do not have a strike yet in this match. 7 straight spares, 4 for Mary Beth and 3 for Eric as he steps up in the 4th. Ambrose up now looking for 7 in a row. And he gets it. On the handicap side, Eric leaves it a little bit short. It looked like he didn't get that one out to his target. Kind of cut that one short, and by cutting it short, he missed the headpin to the left, leaving the 1, 3, 6. He'll look to convert. Meanwhile, Riley Selmer back on it with a strike. Still can shoot 277. And Eric picks up the spare. Raya looking to keep pressure on Ambrose. And he leaves a 7-pin. So the left lane starting to give him fits. As he went high on the last shot, goes light on this one. Meanwhile, a good shot from Eric Olofsson leaves the 10-pin. He'll look to convert.
Riley up now, looking to convert his 7-pin.
And he does.
It's kind of hard to, roll with the fact that you could shoot 250 and you're down 50.
Yeah, it's very true. But that can happen.
Ambrose Shirk with back-to-back strikes here can essentially shut this match out.
And on the handicap side, Eric misses his spare, so he has 80 in the 5th. It'll be 117 with his handicap. So Mary Beth able to make up some ground now. Ambrose makes it 8 in a row. I don't think he liked that ball off his hand, but in any case, he got the
When
result
you're throwing
he
the ball
wanted.
like he is today, I don't think it matters.
Very true.
That kid is locked in right now.
He is looking now for the front 9 on the next shot. Mary Beth Baker goes high, leaving the 6-10. She'll look to convert her spare. And as she steps up, Ambrose Shirk steps up for his 9th frame on lane 27 for 9 in a row. And he gets it. 9 in a row for Ambrose Shirk.
Ambrose will be moving on to face number 2 seed Colby Bennett.
Back on the handicap side, Mary Beth Baker. That one looked like she forced it right, a little bit fast, past her target. The ball skidded to the right, leaving the 1-2-8-10. Very convertible spare, which she can certainly make. Just got to get the ball to the left of the head pin and slide that head pin over into the 10 pin.
Late trip on the 10 there for Riley. He'll stroll over to 27, looking to put up his max 257.
Mary Beth gave it a great effort. Ball hooked away before the head pin, so she has 94 in the 6th.
Eric. 479 for Eric.
Yep, Eric comes up a little bit high, leaving the 479. Oh, looks like Riley Selmer is going to finish out here. Seven pins, spare strike, he'll be at 237. And then he'll clear the way for Ambrose to see what he can do, potentially for the 2nd time today. On the handicap side, Eric picks up 2. So our scoreboard is locked. Eric Olofsson with 89 in the 6th, 126 with his handicap. Mary Beth Baker with 94 in the 6th, a 32-pin lead for Eric. And a strike for Eric Olofsson. Respective game for Riley Selmer in a losing effort, 237. And now Ambrose will step up for his 10th frame. And a good shot from Mary Beth Baker.
That's the shot she had to throw there, especially after the back-to-back opens earlier from Eric, having to overcome those 37 pins handicap, something that Haven wasn't able to do in the first match.
Shot number 10 for Shirk. Comes up a little bit high, leaving the 3-6-10. A great round of applause for Ambrose Shirk, as he will be in the 260s or 270s if he gets a mark. No perfect game, but takes home another victory, moving on to the semifinal. On the handicap side now, Mary Beth Baker really in need of some strikes. Ball skids by on the left lane, leaving the 2-8. She'll look to convert. All right, Skip, I'm going to let you finish it off, and we'll be on to the semifinals.
I will do that. Open frame there for Ambrose. It does not matter. 263-237 victory for him. He will be moving on. Open frame there for Mary Beth. That is going to hurt her in more ways than one. That was a big spare there for her. She will now be trailing in the match. Eric on the strike, so whatever Eric does here, he will have the lead going into the 9th. 8th and 9th, 10th frame coming up here for Eric. Eric comes up high and gets the mixer. Ron Cardinal, you are not kidding. That dude is locked in. Eric up now, looking to really lay the hammer down here in this match. He is currently up 30 pins. Misses his target left, leaves the 1-3. Spare there for Eric. Mary Beth up now in, essentially, she has to strike out. She has to throw the next 4. Actually, looking at the math, it does not matter. She could strike out, and even if Eric guttered out, he would still win by 2. So Eric Olafson will move on to face Bobby Schneeweiss. Spare there for Mary Beth. All right, we're gonna fast forward through our handicap match here. Mary Beth and Eric gonna finish out their 10th frames here at the same time. And we will be ready to go for our semifinal match. Double there for Mary Beth. Too little too late though. A strike here will put her in the 170s. $169 for Mary Beth. $213 for Eric, so $213, $189 win for Eric Olafson. Eric and Ambrose moving on. Good day today for Mary Beth, and also for Riley Selmer for that matter. The last game of match play, Riley threw the front 10. Front 10, 283 for him. On to Matt with our finalists.
That concludes game number 2 of our finals. Finishing in 4th in the scratch division, getting a $75 scholarship certificate and plaque goes to Riley Selmer. On the handicap side, our 4th place finisher getting a $40 scholarship certificate and 4th place plaque goes to Mary Beth Baker.
Riley Selmer, Mary Beth Baker, your 4th place finishers.
Okay, on to our semifinal matches.
All right. As we prepare for match number 3, just a quick rundown of our upcoming events in the next couple weeks. Next weekend, we are at ABC East for our annual major there. Major number 6 or 7, I believe. Maybe number 5. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but our next major next weekend at ABC East, and then the week after that, we are at Trindle Bowl for our next 21 and under doubles. And then the week after that, the regular PJBT schedule is in an off week. We will be girls only that weekend. Girls only at Canes Lanes. So that is the upcoming schedule for the rest of January. All our schedule is available online at pjbtbowlingseries.com. The website should be updated by next weekend. I know we're about a month or so behind on the schedule, but that is currently being worked on. Just a lot of things going on right now with the holidays and everything. Hopefully we will have everything updated and hammered out for you guys in the next week or so. Okay, we are just about ready to get rolling here. Looks like Colby and Bobby will be starting off their matches. It will be 36 pins going to Eric Olofsson this game, and now on the mat for our introductions.
Okay, bowling fans, it's time for our semifinal matches. On the scratch side, we have number 2 seed, Colby Bennett, taking on number 5 seed, Ambrose Shirk. Colby has elected to start the match on lane 27. On the handicap side, we have number 2 seed, Bobby Schneeweiss, taking on number 5 seed, Eric Olofsson. Bobby has elected to start the match on lane 29. The difference in handicap is 36 going to Eric. Bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our semifinalists.
All right, Colby and Bobby up now to start off our matches. Colby comes up a shade high, gets the strike. Bobby with the 6-pin. Ambrose Shirk up now, looking to continue what has been a phenomenal day for him. Strike there for Ambrose Shirk. And Bobby misses his mark left. Hello, Colleen. How are you today? And yes, Ron, 36 pins going to Eric today for this third match, rather. Eric Olofsson up now on the right lane. He comes up high, leaves the 6-7. So Bobby starts off with an open. Eric gives it right back. Ambrose there with the opportunity for a messenger, and then another pin came flying out of the deck there and stopped it, so that will be a 4-pin for him. Eric up now for his second shot. He gets count there. Ambrose up now for his spare shot. He will convert. And Eric up now for his second frame. Just leaves the weak 7. Colby up now for his second frame chance. And that's a momentum killer right there, the solid 9-pin.
On to the semifinals we are, Skip Moyer. Spare there for Eric Olofsson, as both bowlers start with a 9 in the first. And Bennett looks to spare and even up the match through 2 frames on scratch side.
I like these nice, smooth early events. Skip and go home and take a nap.
I figured that.
Bobby comes up high again. That's 2 shots in a row where he misses a little inside, leaves the 4-6-7, or 4-7-10 rather. He's going to need to maybe just calm the nerves down a little bit. I don't think he really needs to make an adjustment. I just think it's just, you know, being his first final, just needs to take an extra breath. Strike there for Colby.
I would agree. He bowled really well today. So this has been an uncharacteristic start. Just tell him to take a deep breath and start over here as he has 16 in the second.
Ambrose up now for his third frame.
And a pocket 7-10. Interesting.
Bobby up now for his third frame, looking to get back on track.
Left that one a little bit wide. It looked like it got in the oil and just skid right by his break point, leaving the washout, the 1-2-4-10. See if he can convert.
Ambrose Shirk getting the 10-pin.
It is a makeable spare. And not able to convert as he gets the 3. So 3 straight open frames for Bobby Schneeweiss puts him at 25 in the 3rd. He has an early hole. Meanwhile, Ambrose Shirk with his first open of the finals now has 47 in the 3rd. Comes back with a strike. Good shot there for Colby Bennett, solid 10-pin. Both of our winners in this match will advance to the title match because you're watching semifinal of our 4 step ladders, match number 3 of 4 in today's finals for the PJBT here at Hiester Lanes in Reading, PA.
10-pin there for Eric.
Bennett able to convert, so now he has the lead in the match by 13 pins through 4 frames. Eric not able to convert his 10 pins, so he has 56 in the 4th, 92 with his handicap. So let's see if Bobby Schneeweiss can now settle down and get back to the way he was bowling earlier today. He was really bowling well all day today, so let's see what he can do. Comes up a little bit high and just does not get a break. Leaves the 6, 7, 10. Meanwhile, Colby Bennett with a nice tap on the 10-pin. He's got 80 in the 4th with a strike. Bobby gets 2, 34 in the 4th. So a 58-pin lead at the moment for Eric Olofsson over Bobby in the semifinal through 4 frames. Ambrose Shirk comes up high, leaving the 3-pin. Schneeweiss crosses over, leaving the 6-pin. That's certainly a makeable spare. Maybe that'll help to relax him a little bit.
You're currently watching Bobby Schneeweiss against Eric Olofsson and Ambrose Shirk against Colby Bennett. They will take on the leader in the scratch division, Jesse Brown, and the leader in the handicap division, Owen Colby.
Spare there for Bobby Schneeweiss, putting up his first mark of the match. Eric comes up a little bit high, leaving the 6-pin. And Eric makes his spare.
Colby up now for his 6th frame. Another 10-pin for him on that right lane. That's 3 single pins in a row on 28.
Yeah, I probably have to make an adjustment on that lane. It's not like he's making bad shots. He certainly is solid in there, but the 6 just keeps wrapping around the 10-pin, it looks like. So I'll probably have to make a bump right just a little bit on that lane. Meanwhile, back-to-back spares for Eric Olofsson.
This is a big shot here for Bobby. He just needs to relax, throw a better shot.
Well, he came up a little bit high again on that lane as he did the last shot, but this time he trips out the 7-pin. So he leaves the 6-10. He will look to convert. And he does. So back-to-back spares. $13-pin lead through 6 frames on the scratch side in our semifinal. Bennett up here in frame number 7. Good shot, leaving the 9-pin. Bobby Schneeweiss went wide, but did get a break only to leave the 8-pin. So he'll look to convert. Good spare there. So Bobby's got the spares going. That's 3 spares in a row, but now he needs strikes.
Speaking of spares, Colby with an untimely open. He misses his 9-pin. That is going to open the door here for Ambrose to take the lead. Uncharacteristic open there for Colby, but he will have 3 more frames to make that up. 218 max score for Colby. 237 for Ambrose, so only a 20-pin match, still anybody's game. Eric leaves the 4-pin. Ambrose up now, comes back with a strike. That'll be a double for him.
On the handicap side, a good spare for Eric Olofsson. Eric has a 59-pin lead through 7 frames, so unless something crazy happens here, it looks like Eric is going to move his way on to the title match. Now Ambrose for the lead. And he gets it. 3 in a row. Gives Ambrose shirk. A 19-pin lead. There's a strike for Eric Olofsson. Now Colby Bennett matches him with a strike. Great shot. Bennett can still strike out for 218. And there's a first strike for Bobby Schneeweiss. Exactly what he was looking for. First strike of the match.
It's always good to get on the board. Then the nerves get a little more calmer and you can just go back to what you were doing all day. I think he was a little, I think he got into a little bit of a panic mode there, the 3rd and 4th frame, so.
I would agree, I would agree. And a big strike there for Colby Bennett, keeping the pressure on Ambrose. I mean, Ambrose still in the lead. However, if Ambrose does not strike on the first ball of the 9th or 10th frame, he opens the door to give Bennett the shot. Meanwhile, Schneeweiss comes up, crosses over, leaving the 10-pin. Ambrose Shirk with another strike. He'll need 1 more strike pretty much to shut out the match. All right, Skip, I will be back for the title match.
Strike there for Eric. Eric is going to move on. He will move on to face Olwen Colby. Ambrose up now. Big shot there for Ambrose. That's a 5-bagger. And another good shot here from Ambrose, and that is going to put him in the title match. And that's a winner. Ambrose will move on to face Jesse Brown. 207 final score for Eric Olafson. He will move on also to face Owen Colby. Both Ambrose and Eric looking to run the ladder. $128 for Bobby Schneeweiss. We're gonna check that in the experience column for him today. I can say with all certainty that we have not seen the last of Bobby Schneeweiss on the PJBT live stream. $207, $128. Eric Olafson, your winner. Final score there in the Handicap Division. Colby up now, finishing off his 10th frame. 196 with a strike here on the fill ball. $237, $195. Ambrose Shirk, your winner. We'll send it out to Matt then with our third place awards, and we will be ready for our final match.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our semifinal actions. Finishing in third in the scratch division, getting a $100 scholarship. Certificate in track today goes to Colby Bennett.
Colby Bennett, your third place finisher.
And our third place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $50 scholarship. Certificate and third place plaque goes to Bobby Schneeweiss.
And Bobby Schneeweiss, your third place finisher today. Good day for Bobby. We will get our number one seeds out on the lane here.
Bowling fans, it's on to our title matches.
2 balls of practice on each lane, and we will be back with the title match. You are watching the PJBT live stream coming to you from Hiester Lanes in Reading, Pennsylvania. Stay tuned.
Hey, bowling fans, it is time for our title matches for today's PJBT. On the scratch side, we have number 1 seed Jesse Brown taking on number 5 seed Ambrose Shirk. Jesse has elected to have Ambrose start the match on lane 27. On the handicap side, we have number 1 seed Owen Colby taking on number 5 seed Eric Olafson. Owen has elected to have Eric start the match on lane 29, and Eric gets the difference in handicap of 10 pins. Okay? Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our title matches for today's tournament.
We are off and running and ready to crown our champion today. Ambrose Shirk will be starting the match off against Jesse Brown. Eric Olafson will be starting the match against Owen Colby. Eric getting 10 pins. Ambrose starting right where he left off. Eric and Ambrose both starting off frame number 1 with strikes. Jesse and Owen up now for their second frames. Jesse starts off with a strike. And a strike for Owen. All 4 of our bowlers starting off frame number 1 with strikes. Eric and Jesse up now for, or actually Owen and Jesse up rather for their second frames. A special thank you to our tournament sponsor today, Strike Zone Pro Shop here at Hiester Lanes, Chris Courtney. A very, very, very long time sponsor of the PJBT. We're glad to have him back and back running a pro shop in the area. As Jesse starts off with a double. 9 pin there for Owen. Ambrose up now looking to match the double. Ambrose gets that one, starts that ball just a little inside there, comes in a little late, leaves the 4-8. Owen misses his 9 pin. Eric up now looking for an early double.
It's time to crown some champions there, Skip Moyer. Second frame of our title matches. Ambrose picks up the spare. Spare there for Eric Olafson.
Ambrose up now for his third frame, looking to stay clean. Strike there for Ambrose.
Great shot there. Third frame for Eric Olafson with a strike. Boy, he starts out the match strong with strike, spare, strike. It's really gotten hot here in the title matches.
Big, big, big break there for Jesse Brown. He comes up high and they just snowplows him down. Strike there for Owen.
And Owen Colby, like I said, his same thing. His shot crossed way over, almost missed the head pin to the left, and was able to mix them backwards for a strike. 22 pin lead at the moment on the handicap side through 3 frames for Eric Olafson.
Jesse up now for his fourth frame. He also hits a little bit of oil there, gets the ball started just a tad inside there, leaves the 6-9. Double there for Owen.
He was fortunate not to leave the bucket. He almost left the 4-pin bucket there and had 2 of them in the front fall out. Strike there for Owen Colby. Now Eric Olofsson steps up, leaves the 3-9. Jesse.
And that's why I would rather leave the bucket.
Well, he almost chopped off the 9 there, but
he did.
Fortunately for him, it's a spare. And a missed spare there for Eric as he misses to the right. So Eric now has 66 in the 4th. One of these bowlers on our handicap side will be our first-time champion for this year. I believe they're both bowling in their first event this year.
They are.
Eric's next shot leaves it a little short of target, missing the head pin to the left. 1-3-6-9. He'll look to convert his spare. Strike here for Ambrose on the scratch side, and he'll have a 2-pin lead. And he gets it. 2-pin lead for Ambrose Shirk. And on the handicap side, back-to-back opens for Eric Olofsson as he's now at 75 in the 5th. Strong field today of 62. 41 scratch and 21 handicap today. Here at today's PJBT, we're down to our final matches. You're watching live coverage of the title matches from here at Hiester Lanes in Reading, PA.
Early.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just an early 2-pin lead for Ambrose. That's all I was going to say.
And Owen Colby working on 3 in a row on the handicap side, looking to make it 4. Cuts that ball a little bit short, leaving the 3-9. Meanwhile, another strike for Jesse Brown. Jesse on pace at the moment to shoot 278. He only has 1 miss in 6 frames. But still actually trailing the match at the moment as Ambrose Shirk only also has 1 miss. He's on pace to shoot 280. So Ambrose has a slim 2-pin lead with another strike here. And he trips the 9-pin late. Keep that 2-pin lead. And a nice spare there for Owen Colby, converting the 3-9. So for the first time in the day, Eric trailing. Let's see what happens here as he steps up. Crosses over, gets a strike. Ambrose to maintain the lead. He gets another one. So that's another ham bone for him. 5 in a row. He is just on fire today. And back on the handicap side, a mixed match double for Eric Olofsson. So when it looked like he trailed, he steps up with a double.
Jesse up now on 28. Jesse throwing the ball pretty well today himself, so he will certainly not be going away. Both these bowlers are going to have their hands full with each other. Owen up now looking to get back on track. He comes up high, 6-10 for him.
As long as Owen keeps the board clean, he'll maintain the lead in the match. But Eric's starting to put pressure on him with a double in the 6th and 7th frames. Once again, as we enter the 8th frame of the scratch final, Ambrose Shirk can max out at 280. Jesse Brown can max out at 278. So we have quite a match on our hands here as we come down to the final frames. Good spare there for Owen Colby. And a trip of the 6-pin for Jesse Brown. That's 4 in a row for him. Keeping the pressure on Ambrose. that shot. Owen throws it a little bit by target, slides by, leaving the 210. It is a convertible spare, but he's going to have to get the ball to the left side of the 2-pin and slide it over into the 10. And Ambrose comes up high, leaving the 6-pin, which will open the door for Jesse Brown.
Yeah, Ambrose was a little upset with that shot, but he should be a little happy in the fact it's not a 4-6 and just a 6-pin.
Very true. 4 fell out late, leaving him a makeable spare. Colby
Owen
is
gets
able
count.
to get 1. 151 in the 8th for Owen Colby. See what Eric can do now, working on a double. Looks like he cut the ball a little bit short again, but he trips out the Jersey strike. 3 in a row for Eric Olafson.
Ambrose up now on 27. No matter what Ambrose does, he cannot shut out Jesse. Jesse will actually have an opportunity to get up here in the 9th and 10th and throw a 3-bagger to win the match.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That was not his best shot, but he will take it.
Absolutely.
As he trips out the 4, the 7, the 10. The old saying is, if that was a Himmelreich strike, it would be 5 pins left on the deck.
Well,
but it's still a strike on the scoreboard.
he has a lot more hand than a Himmelreich does, so.
This is a true statement.
Just a little. Jesse up now.
Oh, big shot there for Jesse as he leaves the 10-pin, or 7-pin rather. And Eric Olafson misses his 10-pin spare, so he has 162 in the 9th, 172 with his handicap. He can max out at 202. Now Owen Colby strikes spare in the 9th, strikes out for 201. So very close matches on both sides here.
If Jesse converts the spare here and strikes out in the 10th, Ambrose would need double 9 to win by a pin. Both matches very close.
All right, Skip, I'm going to let you finish it out. We'll present our winners and send them back for interviews then.
All right, Owen up now on lane 30 for his 9th frame. He makes his spare, big spare there for him. Jesse up now, big 10th frame here for Jesse. Whatever Jesse does here, Ambrose will essentially need to match at least the first 2 shots. Owen up now, first shot of the 10th. Comes up high, leaving just the 6-pin. Seven pin there for Jesse. Owen misses his spare. 179 for Owen. Eric will need 8 pins in the 10th frame here. If he gets those 8 pins, he will be your champion today. Jesse Brown misses his 7-pin, 246 for him. It is now up to Ambrose. Ambrose Shirk needs to strike on the first ball here at the 10th. If he strikes on the first ball here, he will be your champion. 10 pin there for Eric. That will be enough. He will be your winner today. Misses his 10 pin, but it will not matter. So all eyes now on Ambrose Shirk, looking to finish off the stepladder run. Ambrose comes up just a little high, leaves the 4 pin. And Jesse Brown will escape as your champion. Unbelievable. Really good looking shot there by Ambrose. Just checked up a hair high at the end. Leaves the 4 pin. $181-179, your final score in the handicap match. With a strike here, final score will be 246-239. Jesse Brown the winner. $237 for Ambrose. Very good day for that young man. Nothing to be ashamed of there. It sucks losing, but Ambrose Shirk had a hell of a day today. All right, we will set it on out to Matt then to give away our first and second place awards. And then I will have Jesse and Eric back here for a quick post-game interview. All right, on the mat with our final results.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our PJBT today from Easter Lanes here in Reading, PA, presented by Strike Zone Pro Shop. I'd like to present our final awards, finishing a runner-up in the Scratch Division, receiving a $125 scholarship certificate in black. He also bowled a perfect 300 game today, Ambrose Shirk.
Ambrose Shirk, your second place finisher today, $125 scholarship, 300 game in match play.
Our runner-up finisher in the Handicap Division, getting a $100 scholarship certificate and runner-up plaque goes to Owen Colby.
Owen Colby, your second place finisher today in the Handicap Division, $100 scholarship for him.
Okay, and now it's time to present our champions in the Scratch Division, receiving a $200 scholarship, and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Jesse Brown.
Jesse Brown, your winner today, $200 scholarship.
And in the Handicap Division, walking the ladder, receiving a $200 scholarship for his first title, and plaque goes to Eric Olofsson.
Eric Olofsson, your winner today, his very first PJBT title.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to get a final picture. We'll send our...
And I'll be right back with Jesse and Eric for post-game interview.
Our sixth major of the season will be at ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg starting at 10:30. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
All right, I am here today with our Handicap Division winner, Eric Olofsson. Eric, congratulations.
Thank you.
I've just talk a little bit about your day today. You look like you had quite a day out there and you were having fun.
Yeah, this is my first PJBT solo tournament ever. I did a doubles tournament with my friend Ashton Kozak probably about a year ago at this point, and we did okay. But I came here with my friends who were doing scratch, and they were like, "Hey Eric, do you want to bowl a handicap?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I haven't bowled in a little bit. I want to have a lot of fun." And I just kept going. And
well, I probably don't need to tell you this, but you made a good decision today by bowling. Your friends did well today by talking you into this.
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit about your bowling today. I mean, let me grab your scorecard here. I didn't get a chance to really review anything here. Pretty solid day for you, actually. Pretty well over average every day. Every day, I should say every game. And the patterns seem to play pretty well for you.
Yeah. After game 2, I was like bowling a little bit above average, but I wasn't doing extraordinarily well. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. And then I think game 3, I bowled a spare, and then I bowled 2 strikes, and then I was just like, all right, I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. Then I just strike, and after I got like 5 strikes in a row, I was just like, all right, I gotta really like invest all my time into today, and I just like from then on, not that I was necessarily not bowling seriously before, but after I bowled like 5 strikes in a row, which isn't something I do every day, I was just like, all right, I need to just get in it, and I just pulled it out.
Well, you did something today that's very difficult to do. You ran the ladder all the way down from the number 5 seed, so that's pretty impressive in itself.
Yeah, I hadn't eaten. So I ate a bagel before I left, and I'm thankful for my coach and my friend over there helping me to get me my Philly cheesesteak pizza, because I ordered it and then I didn't realize I was gonna be in the step ladder, and then I was like, all right, I could really use some food right now. So I'd like to thank him a lot, and I like to just thank like my friends who came out with me they bowled scratch, and they were supporting me all the way, even if they didn't necessarily make it all the way, and I really appreciate them for that. It means a lot to me.
Well, I can tell you this: I've known Coach George for quite a few years, and he knows what he's doing. So
yeah.
Anybody else you want to shout out there to that you might have missed?
Well, obviously, just like all my bowling friends, my parents, who just like they were like, "You haven't bowled in a while, Eric. You sure you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "All right, I'll let you do what you want to do." And I really appreciate them for just like always just like having my back. And then obviously my friends all watching at home, and the ones who are watching here, they're all awesome. They crack some jokes at me at times, but I love them so much.
I think you had the last laugh today.
Yeah.
Okay, well, with your win today, I don't know if Matt told you this or not, but you do qualify now for our Championship Invitational tournament.
Oh, okay.
The first weekend in June.
All right.
You can grab one of our schedules. It's I believe it's June 2nd. I mean, we'll be in touch with you later on about that, but just so you know, you are automatically qualified with your win today. So hopefully we see you again between now and then. But if not, we'll see you there.
All right. Cool.
All righty. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Eric Olofsson, your Handicap Division winner today. We're going to bring in Jesse Brown to talk a little bit about his day today.
What up?
Alrighty, what's going on, Jesse? We are here with our Scratch Division winner today, Jesse Brown. Jesse, congratulations first and foremost.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You had a pretty solid day also. You came out of the gate with 5 games of qualifying. You shot 1180. And then 2-1 in match play, so you had a pretty good day.
Yeah, I had a pretty solid day. I kind of slowed up in the last 3 games of qualifying. I started out with 260, 260, then with 220, 220, 2-0, but made match play. And and won my matches and had a really big match my last game. Really had a really big game with a 270. That put me up there.
The pattern, I don't want to say the pattern played fairly easy today. I mean, it kind of did, but
It did. You could say that.
a lot of bowlers noticed some transition right around that 2 to 5 game area there. Did you see that? Did you see that also, that you had to make little adjustments?
I had to make just a tad bit adjustment. I had to move a little bit right. I didn't see it. I didn't see it for the 2 to 5 games, but then I seen it game 6, in which I was following Andrew mainly the whole day during match play. So I kind of seen the transition then, and we was talking about it.
Okay. Well, same thing like I said to Eric over there. Championship weekend, you are in.
Yeah, I know. Finally.
So there's no better way to get in than just to win your way in. So anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to my aunt, love you. Shout out to my boy Spence. Shout out to my boy Brian that also bowled PJBTs. Shout out to Miss Bernard. Shout out to all my family, all my friends, especially my Jersey people. Love them. Shout out to Willie P. Shout out to Greg Hatcher Savage. Appreciate the great coaching. And yeah, that's it.
All righty. Then we'll see you again sometime soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
All righty. Congratulations.
Thanks. Have a good day.
You too, man. Jesse Brown, your Scratch Division champion today. All right. That is going to do it for all of us. Just a reminder, next Sunday, we will be at ABC East in Harrisburg for our next major event. The weekend after that, we will have our 21 and under doubles from Triddle Bowl. Next Sunday at midnight will be the deadline to get the early discounted registration entry fee. So hopefully we'll see you all there, and then we'll finish out the month of January with our girls only event at Canes Lanes. So for all of us here at the PJBT, we will thank you for watching first and foremost today. We'll see you guys hopefully all next week, and have a great week.